Here we are, my little freaking Chaddingtons. Look, in the uniform that it all started in. In the uniform, the hair looks a little bit different, but we're here. We have the awards to announce. Tomorrow is a new beginning, meaning NCAA. But that's not what we're here for. This is not what we're here for. We are here for the freaking awards to honor the legends of this zero overall franchise. I got a piece of hair sticking up, but to honor the legends, to do all of that, Spain has done it as Starry would say. But first, to start off the award show, we must congratulate the Super Bowl champions. Year one, we had the Indianapolis Colts. They weren't the underdog. They were expected to win, and they had a couple scares that they had the Marcus Williams Hail Mary touchdown catch to send them to the Super Bowl, where they took on the E-Man-led Buccaneers, where they would eventually end up winning. Then year two, we had the little Fishington. Mr. Fish goes out there, obliterates his division, just goes crazy, and wins against Draydig in the championship. Year three, we had the up-and-coming Dallas Cowboys come out of the NFC. And then they went to war. I don't know who exactly they faced. Oh, it was Jackson. They faced Jackson, the Mark Ogle last year with, I think, Brian Little at the helm. Or maybe not. Maybe it was just Akeem. But the Cowboys, they ended up going out there, winning. They did it. And then this final year, year four, we had the Jacksonville Jaguars become our first team to ever win 2 Super Bowls. So in total, we got through 5 seasons. Well, we're still in the 5th season, but we got through 5 seasons this year. And we had 4 Super Bowl champions. Hey, maybe next time is differently. Maybe next time is different. I don't know. Maybe this is only an hour-long stream. However, Incontrollable has sent us the results of the fan voting and all of that. So let me go ahead, pull that up for the stream. He has sent me all of that. I'm sure that you guys are, pretty excited to see that. Let's go to window. Let's also go to this right here. We have the little poll. This is it right here. He made a nice little slideshow for us to go ahead and take a look at. As you guys can see. So let's get some dubs for freaking Incontrollable for making this. Let's freaking go. We got the top 10 positions. Top 10 freaking positions, bro. Oh my goodness. Here we go. W Incontrollable, yes, indeed for this. Let's get some likes on this. Let's like this thing up for Incontrollable. And Kofin's in here. Dubs Kofin. Kofin was actually in this league. He was actually in here. He was working hard on that slideshow. Good thing that we got it to, I was able to get it to work out right here. Hold on. I'm trying to move my face cam over here, I think. I think this will look a lot better if I go like that. All right, but here we go. Here we go. Are we ready to see this little slideshow that he has for us? So first we're going to be going to the offensive tackles. These were the honorable mentions. So at 16, Paul McDonald. 15, Alan Richards. Tied for 12 was Ben McCoy, Alex Palmer, and Quan Poyer. And then at 11, Heath Wilds. How are we feeling about those offensive tackles? I mean, honorable mentions. Those are some solid guards or solid tackles in the league. But next up, you have to go from the 10 to 4 range. Can't go to the top 3 just yet, but 10 to 4 range. Here we go. So this is where the list starts to pick up. We have Steve Radovich, which actually, he was a guard. I think this last season he's moved on to tackle. So I can understand why he's down here at number 10. But he was, primarily a guard whenever he played. But we do have Adam McCoy here. We got Eric Murray. He's my left tackle right now. Dorian Bryant. We got 6. We got Austin Wolford. And then at 5, Donovan Carlton. And at 4, we got Brian Baskerville. How are we feeling about that? How are we freaking feeling about the offensive tackles? Hey, listen. Well, here we go. We're moving on to the top 3 right now, bro. We're moving on to the top 3. At number 3, we have Gerald Jackson. Drafted in the second round at pick 80. Or draft 2, pick 80. Actually, no, draft 2, pick 80. Not in the second round, because second round would be like, what, 64? So drafted in year 2. Okay, there we go. There we go. Gerald Jackson, not a bad player. He's only 24 years old. He was really young. But how are we feeling about that at number 3? How are we feeling about that? Number 3. Honestly, I think it's solid. A solid person to put here at number 3. But number 2, here we go. We have Alex Swain. Now, most of you guys, you might be like, okay, who is this? If you haven't heard of this guy, this is the guy who went number 1 overall over Marvin Razzler. Keep that in mind. This is whenever Draydig was picking at number 2. But he's 29 years old. That's actually insane. He's 29. So he's one of the oldest players that we have. But, yo, very, very solid. And look at Incontrollable. He is typing right here. Going crazy. But yeah, he was taken 1 pick ahead of Marvin Razzler. Superstar. Not an X Factor, but superstar. 6'6", was a solid left guard or left tackle. But here we go. Most of you guys want to see who is number 1. Who is number 1? Of course, it's Jake Bean. It's freaking Jake Bean from the Chicago Bears. Yes, it's left tackle Jake Bean. He's been going crazy. Actually, he's not 29. This is 10 right here. I don't know what thing that is, but he was drafted in the first draft. Pick number 19. Jake Bean, hey, he created the holes for the beloved running back Ray Kurtz. He's been going crazy. So yeah, he's definitely done that. Oh, sacks allowed is 10, he says. Downs played is 72. Oh, okay, bet. That makes a lot more sense. But yeah, Jake Bean, I mean, I'm not hating on this one. I'm not hating on this. We have E-Man, who just made it here. Listen, this is the start of the show. We're going over the fan voting. And then we will get into the player of the franchise, the Walter Payton player of the franchise. And then after that, we're going to the Hall of Fame. And that's going to basically wrap it up. But Jake Bean. Now, here we go. We have linebacker honorable mention. So let's swing it over. Let us swing it over to the defensive side. So here we go. We have linebackers. We have tied for 17 is Reggie McElroy. I don't know who that is, but then we have Jalen Coley, Adrian Starling, Martin Adams, who just came out, I think, of this last draft. Then we have Chantrell Allen, Dexter Stills, Terrell Robertson, and Mitch Clancy. How are we feeling about this list? I mean, how are we feeling? Listen, Fish, it's not too far. We only got to the tackles, Fish. Listen, Gerald Jackson was ranked number 3. So we're on to linebackers right now. But how are you feeling? You know, it's about to get spicy. It's about to get spicy here. So now we're going into the top 10. 10 to 4 range right here. So let's take a look at this. We have Artie Wheeler here at number 10. Tied for 8, we got Luke Turner and Ty Foote. They have some really good linebackers right here. Then we have Zaire Irving right there at number 7. And then at 6, we have Drayvon Callahan, the former linebacker from Washington. Now he's over in Kansas City. Then at 5, speaking about former Kansas City linebackers, we have Marquise Bell, who is currently with the Eagles. Then at 4, we have Aiden Tobin. Honestly, very solid, bro. Very, very solid. I think that's a very solid list right there. But at number 3, we must get into number 3 right here. Number 3, we have Von Peoples at number 3. So again, another person for Fish in the top 3, listed at 3. So he was in our second draft, he was picked at pick 31 in the second draft. And look at some of these stats, bro. All-time tackles, 393. I believe he has, that might be 15 sacks, or that might be 4.5 sacks with 15 interceptions. So much more of a coverage linebacker, but was able to really be that nice little fit, especially whenever you have, you know, a Derek Conley coming down at safety, patrolling the middle of the field. You got Von Peoples to come in there and just clean up that mess. But here we go. Let's go into number 2. And number 2, we have Jaden Smith, the speedster Jaden Smith out here going crazy. This was really what what helped that Titans defense. Like, if we think about that Titans defense, adding him alongside Tyquan Preston, you had Demarius Gallery, you had Terrell Parker on the edge, and you had Nate and Zerma. I mean, and you had also Artie Wheeler. I mean, this defense was flying around. It was able to cause a lot of problems, especially Jaden Smith. Like, with the faster guys in that division, he could even guard, I mean, tight ends at a high caliber. But he had 11 sacks and, coincidentally, 11 interceptions. So there we go. 11 sacks, 11 interceptions, 262 sacks, or 62 tackles. Only a year two player. So a year two player. I mean, he's drafted year three, but like year two in the league. At year two, bro, he's already second on the list. But I think that we all know who number one is. And it's Tyquan Preston, drafted in the first draft in the second round at pick 59. Oh my gosh, isn't this guy an animal? 21 and a half sacks with 22 interceptions with 523 tackles. I believe in our first ever game, Tyquan Preston had a pick six on Sebastian. I think. But that means the Titans have, according to the fans, two top 10 linebackers, top 5 linebackers, top 3 linebackers with the crazy duo that they have. But here we go. I think this one you guys are going to go and you guys might flip out a little bit. Nothing too controversial right now, but listen, we're about to go to wide receivers. So let's take a look at the wide receivers, my guys. Wide receivers, honorable mentions. At 15, we got Brandon Osgood. 14, Wayne Joseph. Quincy Cooper at 13. Tied for 11, we have Larze LeBlanc. You guys remember him. Larze LeBlanc, deadly in the first couple of years. And then I think he was misused by the CPU. But then we have, tied with him, JT Parks. So JT Parks, out of the top 10, surprisingly. But I guess just never really got a chance with any team to be the number one guy. But here we go. Here we freaking go. Let's go from 10 to 4. All right. Listen, I think that is solid, but let's see who's 10 to 4. Let's see the 10 to 4 range right here. Okay, at 10 we got Demetrius Randall. Okay. Tied for 8, we have Max Ullman and Zay Felix. Wow. How are we feeling about that? Then we have Peter Aldridge. At number 6, we have Brian Little at 6. Then at 5, we have Denja Awara. Denja jumps up to 5. Kind of interesting how he jumps up to 5. Number 4, we have Dean Rose. Respectable. Very respectable. Especially with that speed, you have to put him up there. But let's go. At number 3, who's it going to be? At number 3, we have Marcus Williams, drafted in year 1. Pick number 5. And look at this guy. I mean, I honestly could have thought he would be at number 1. But it's just, the last couple of seasons he was kind of misused, especially whenever he got into his Vikings era. The Vikings really misused this guy. I mean, kind of, would be a little bit higher. If there was a team that could actually use him to his best abilities, I feel like he's 1. But as of right now, he is 3. I mean, especially with that size and the speed that he has, he's 6'4", and he's got like 96 speed. He's going crazy. At number 2, very surprising to me, we have Greg Colbert. Greg Colbert at number 2. Wow, the fans think that he is 2. Honestly, personally, I think he's 1. I'm sorry. I think he's 1. All right, I don't know. I've played against Greg Colbert many times. Personally, I've seen this guy bail out Dre Dig plenty of times, and he has got some nasty juke moves. But he's go crazy. He got 15,000 receiving yards. 15,000 receiving yards. That is the most. I want you guys to know that. That is the most out of every single receiver in the league. Here we go. But right here at number 16, or not 16, but slide 16. At number 1, we have Akeem Clyde. Sitting here, drafted year 3 at pick number 2. This is whenever the Chiefs went up and gave the Titans an absolute haul, but they drafted their guy Akeem Clyde right here, 71 touchdowns, 6,788 yards, 84 yards is his longest, 39 career games too. He's going crazy. I mean, he's pretty good. He is pretty freaking good. But now, I mean, this next one, I feel like, this next little ranking, I feel like we could kind of power through it. I mean, it's going to be punters, to be fair. We don't really want to spend a lot of times on punter. But we got 10-4. It's David Austin, Ryan Wright, Owen Pear, Bryce Behringer, Norman Hamilton. We got Tom Mobley. Hey, listen, shout out to Tom Mobley. Brandon Fenton. So it's kind of crazy, you know. But at number 3, we have Emmett Lang. Emmett Lang at number 3. Look at his stats. Interesting. He was drafted year 4. He gets number 3. Then at number 2, we have Joe Holman. Joe Holman here at number 2 for the Cincinnati Bengals. So CGC Zone, this is a Bengal for you. This is a Bengal for you. You got the punter on the list. And at number 1, we have Tommy Bradshaw at number 1. W punter list or no? Is this controversial? Is this causing any controversy between everybody? Okay. But now, okay. We have another one that's going to cause probably some problems here between you guys. It is cornerback. We have the cornerbacks.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about this? How are we feeling about this? Kalen Huff here at 18. You know, I don't know. Do we think that Kalen Huff got snuffed? Or not snuffed, but what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Snubbed? Did he get snubbed? Kalen Huff at 18. Then we got Oscar Farrell here at 17. Spencer Woodyard. We have Chantrell Covington. Jalen Hickson at number 14. Tank Snow at 13. How are you feeling? Yeah, snuffed, bro. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, but let's get into the actual interesting stuff here. At 10-4 range, we got the 10-4 range right here. Let's see it. Okay, now we have Zach Greenberry, Eric Vick, Henry Bayless, all tied for 10. Rashawn House has that number 9. DJ Biddle, hashtag shout out to Fish. Here at number 8, we have 7, Doug Brown. Then at 6, Jameer Trey. 5, we have Demarius Gallery. And at 4, Jason Sullivan from the Philadelphia Eagles. We have him at number 4. But I guess it's time for us to get into the top 3. And at 3, again, it's another person to fish. It's another one. We have Dion Avant here. He's got 10 or 38 interceptions on the year. Only 1 sack. Mainly a coverage guy. Goes crazy. He was picked here in draft 2. Pick 52. So, second round little steal for him. Second round little steal. Dion Avant makes it here at number 3. Then at number 2, we have Greg Jefferson here at number 2. He was on the Buccaneers for the longest time. Just left them in free agency, but a very, very good zone corner. Man, he's like 50-50. He kind of struggles in man, but he's a very good zone corner. Now, I don't know now if he's, developed the man into where he's a top corner at that position. But it was, Greg Jefferson, the knock on him was his speed. That's why he was a really good zone corner. But he's here at number 2. And at number 1, we have Ruben Babinow here. And I mean, I'm telling you, listen, this was the craziest thing I've ever seen from Ruben was whenever he locked down, I think it was year 1 or year 2, Demetrius Randall in the slot. I will tell you, that was actually an impressive thing. Like, he could not get open. And Demetrius Randall, he was one of the better receivers in this league. But he's here at number 1. I mean, he's got 62 career interceptions, bro, and 2 career sacks. So just a little bit better than Dion Avant, buddy. But next up, we have the interior offensive line. So here we go. Interior of the offensive line. Let's go and check that out. At number 19, we got Donnie Crowder. I think Don Crowder. I think honestly Don Crowder is from, I believe he's from Vegas. He was with Bilski. I think he was his right guard or his left guard. Then we have Kyle Ward, Dakota Stratton, Ronnie Gabriel, Kevin Gardner. At 14, we got Lucas Brackett. 13, we have Tyler Aldridge. Ooh. At 11, oh, okay. Adam Fullerton and Jerry Dunn. Wow, Jerry Dunn at 11? Tied for 11? That's crazy. I mean, he's injured. I mean, he gets injured, but whenever he's not injured, he is very, very good. He got benched for you? I don't know. I think offensive line, you're going to see a lot of crazy stuff, you know. At 10 to 4 range, at the 10 to 4 range, we have Dominic Leonard. Then we have Richard Hill, Blair Mays. I don't know who Blair Mays is, but he is here at number 8. Tied for 6, we have Solo Swartz, Alexander Kramer. Then at 5, we have Cole Beckham. At 4, we have Brandon Sanborn. Brandon Sanborn here at number 4. And here we go. Going in to the top 3. Right here, surprising, we have George Chandler. Wow, only at 3. Huh. Only at 3 is kind of crazy to me. I don't know. This is one of the best left guards in the league. Actually, he is the best left guard in the league. But at 3, I don't know. Maybe I put him at 1. Can you shout him out? Shout out to Nick OC. Shout out Nick OC. Let's go. But he's here at number 3. Very impressive. If you go look at his stats and everything, very, very impressive. At 2, we have Sika Anoa. Sika Anoa. This is a very good guy, but the thing is, has he put in the amount of time as the other guys? I don't know. This is the problem, I think. I don't know if he's put in the amount of years to be considered up here. That's why I feel like George Chandler is just higher. He's been doing it longer. And then we have Will Flynn here as well. Same thing with him. I wouldn't hate it. Top 3. I just don't know about number 1. I don't know. I have to put George Chandler. For me personally, I have to put him at 1. He's just been doing it, you know, a little bit longer. But he is a CPU player. You know, you're less likely to vote for a CPU, so I understand these. I mean, Sika Anoa made it at 2, so yeah, he is 1 based off the fan voting. But here we go. We got tight ends. Tight ends. How are we feeling about this? We have Spencer Irons. We have Julius Robinson. We also have Vernon McMillan. Then we have Evan Winter and Trevor Temple. Listen, Trevor Temple, a little bit of a sleeper. He's a bit of a sleeper guy. Gets injured a little bit, but, you know, isn't too bad. Does have his occasional drops, but yeah. Now we have the 10 to 4 range. 10 to 4 range is right here. Ooh, Adam Lucas makes it in at 10. Number 9, we have Eddie Virgil. At 8, we have Alton Beckham. And then at 7, Steve Curry. At 6, we have David Hall. At 5, we have Chip Campolago. I don't even know how to say it. I made the name, and I don't even know how to say it. Then at 4, we have Miles Snead. Miles Snead at number 4. Now here we go. Getting ready for the top 10. Or the top 3. At 3, we have Brandon Randolph. Brandon Randolph at number 3. So, oh my gosh, what is up with the Jaguars? Fish. Bro, you're getting everybody at number 3, bro. You're getting everybody at number 3, my guy. But, hey, honestly, very solid. I remember whenever Fish hated this guy, like year 1. Fish absolutely hated him because he would just throw it to him whenever this guy came out. He came out as a blocking tight end, and Fish was just throwing it to him and was, like, completely just shocked that this guy was not catching the ball whenever that was his, knack on him. I do remember that. Then at number 2, we have Ahmad Vick at number 2. Which, hey, listen, if we play it a little bit more, couple more seasons, honestly, putting him at number 1, I wouldn't even be too mad about. But he is here at number 2, had 51 receiving touchdowns in the franchise, 4,000, almost 700 yards. So almost 4.7K in yardage, but he went crazy. He went crazy. And plus, he's 6'7". I remember whenever Jay Like had this as his third best tight end in the class. I don't know. Jay Like just did not like Ahmad Vick for some reason. But at number 1, of course, we have Dalton Zerma, who almost fell out of the first round. So this is kind of crazy. He almost fell out of the first round, but he just goes in there. He's basically like the all-around guy, dude. He's basically like the all-around guy, the Dalton and Zerma. You know, he is the blocking tight end that you want. He is the receiving threat that you want. He's been doing it for a long time. Hasn't really been utilized to the, as much as Ahmad Vick. But, hey, whenever you think about this, you think of the Titans. They're a good running team. Why? Because it's basically like they have an extra lineman with Dalton Zerma. Then you try to guard him, and it's kind of hard to guard him whenever you have you kind of have to put maybe a Derek Conley on him or something. Oh, my. D-Lemon. I mean, facts, D-Lemon. Facts. Then we have specialist intermission. Oh, my goodness. We have an intermission here of the specialists. Okay, we have kickers. Listen, kickers... This might be a very controversial list right here. So let's just calm down, my guys. Let's calm down. So we have Jeffrey Evans, Roy Flanagan, Jonathan Cohen, Evan Madsen, Joe Cavarhal or something. 5, we have Mason Gallagher. Ooh, Mason at 5. 4, we have Mike Womack. Mike Womack. Here we go. At 38, or not, this is slide 38, but at 3, we have Tommy Hurley. Drafted year 1, pick 217. So this was a very good pick of, what's his face? No, Fish, bro, you don't use your kicker. I'm surprised he's that high. I didn't even vote him that high because you just don't use kicker. I mean, it's just, you can't look at stats and be like, well, this guy's the best. Because of that. You just didn't use them. You have Tommy right here. How do you feel about that, BZX? Here we go. Right here. At 2, we have Ray Chambers at number 2. I mean, whenever we think about Ray Chambers, bro, we think about that I think it was 64-yard field goal against BZX in overtime. If that would have missed, they would have tied. But he banged it in. I remember that. And at number 1, freaking 1, Easton Wooten. I mean, I'm not going against this. I really like this. Look at that, 98% from extra points, 92%. So better percentage, and plus he hit a 66-yarder. This guy can kick. I mean, I had to go against Incontrollable, and this guy can freaking kick, bro. And then here we go. That's for the kickers. But now we have kick returners. We have kick freaking turners. So here we go from 10th to 4th. So at 10 we have Tracy Whitmore, 9 Larze LeBlanc, 8 Vernon Zamora, 7 DeMar Hill, 6 Brian Little, 5 Dakota Polite. And at 4 we have Zay Felix. Zay Felix at 4. How are we all feeling about that? How are we feeling about that? Whenever I look ahead, honestly, it's not too shabby. I don't hate it. I like the top 5, honestly. I really like it. Maybe 3 could change a little bit. They could go down. But I'm fine. But here we go. At 3, we have Dean Rose. And Fish, again, it's the curse of 3, bro. You're stuck at 3 again. We have Dean Rose out here, and I think that a lot of people picked him just because of, that speed. I don't know. Personally, I do think he's top 5, but I think, honestly, Hunter, I think Zay Felix here at 3 would be perfect. I think that would be a perfect one if Zay Felix. I mean, let's just be real. Felix, he can return. I'm not gonna lie. He can return. I'm gonna give Hunter his props right there. He was be my pick at number 3. But then at 2, I mean, I'm fine with 1 and 2 though. At 2 we have Otis St. Clair at number 2. This guy went crazy, especially I think year number 2 whenever he got or year 1 whenever he got drafted. Well, he's drafted year 2, but his first year on, he went kind of crazy. He went really crazy for the Buccaneers. Whenever they took Jaden Hole off of the return. But I mean, obviously at number 1, I think this is like the Devin Hester. We have Jaden Hole. Jaden Hole out here. Yeah, bro, he's like the Devin Hester, my guy. He is like the Devin Hester. That is crazy. That is crazy, my guy. But at punt returners, this is a little bit different. At punt returner. 10-4, we have Shelton Green, Tracy Whitmore, Jason Sullivan, Ernest Romaz, Brian Little, Zay Felix, and Dakota Polite here at number 4. Oh, this top 3 is about to get controversial. I don't know who picked these top 3, but wow. Okay. I do agree with that, Incontrollable. At number 3, we have Larze LeBlanc. Now, I don't know if people just, they got to this and they're like, I don't know. I don't pay attention, so I just picked. But Larze LeBlanc, honestly, I don't know what you guys are seeing. This is on you guys. I don't know what you guys are seeing. Larze LeBlanc at 3. I think there's a lot of casuals whenever we do this voting. There's a lot of casuals. This is, punt returner and kick returner is kind of... It's going to be more users in the top 3. Number 2, we got Devin Hinton. I really didn't see this guy go electric. So, I don't know what you guys are seeing, but here we go. We got Devin Hinton. I mean, if this was a user using him, I agree with it, but I don't know. For punt returner at number 2, I think you guys went crazy. I don't know what you guys were thinking. I think you guys were doing some acid or something. But at number 1, this is when everything's go, back to normal. We have Jaden Hole. Of course, again, bro. The Devin freaking Hester of this. 20 touchdowns just off of punt returns. Like, this guy, if you were there, year 1, he was going crazy. He was going crazy on the ground. He was going crazy kick returning. He was going crazy punt returning. This guy was just everywhere. He is like the Devin Hester of this franchise, if I gotta keep on saying that. Now we have running backs. Ooh. Running backs. How are we going to feel about running backs? Here we go. We have the honorable mentions. We have Sheldon Smith, Jonathan McKinney, Roman Davis, Eddie Lynch, Jarvis Lowe, and Kevin Thomas here at 11. What's up, Total? What's good, my guy? What is good? So this is what we have. This is how we're looking right here. This is how we're looking. And then at the 10-4, we have Deshaun Short, Otis St. Clair, Greg Landry, Darren Roper, Corey Ratliff, Oscar Jones, and DeMar Hill here at the 10-4 range. How are we feeling about that? How are we feeling? And here we go. At 3. Again, Fish cannot, dude. This guy cannot get out of here. Like, he cannot get out of his own way. Bro, Fish, as many guys as he had, it's only 3. Dylan James is here. But listen, if you have a team filled up of the top 3 players at each position based off of fan voting, that's a really good team. You got to give him that. That's a really freaking good team, bro. You can't take that away from Fish. To have a top 3 in like almost every single position, can't take it away from him, my guy. Can't take it away. But here at 2, we have Jaden Hole. We have Jaden freaking Hole at number 2. He went crazy. Obviously on the ground and receiving was one of the top guys out here. And he is that guy. He is the Buccaneers offense. He is. the Buccaneers offense, my guys. He is. And then at 1, we have Ray Kurtz here at number 1 running back. I mean, I think it's valid, but we do have to remember that Ray Kurtz, he did have himself a period where he was a CPU. So, I mean, do we knock him for that? I don't know. Might. I mean, whenever he's out there, bro, he is probably the best running back. But I think off of fan voting, they've seen everything with him. He gets fed. Again, the Bears' offense is Ray Kurtz. I mean, Tampa Bay's offense is Jaden, but I mean, yeah, I mean, Jaden Hole he is consistent. But this guy is the offense whenever it is them. So now we have safeties. How are we feeling about safeties? We have the honorable mention on these safeties. Here we go. Here we go. At 18, tied for 18. Oh my goodness, we got a lot. Matthew Tomlinson, Gerald Walton, George Givens, Taylor Mills. Wow, Taylor Mills tied for 16. Do we have a whole bunch of casuals in this league? Bruh, what? I think I might have been a casual and just forgot about him. Tied for 13, we have Steven Mullins. Tied for 13 again, we have Jazeer Guy, Tyreek Strong. 12, Dante Drake. Listen, if Biscuit was here in a couple more seasons, Dante Drake enters that top 5. I got to be honest with you. He enters that top 5, my guy. And then at 11, we have Grant Leons. Dante Drake was good, bro. He's good. He is freaking good. He is that guy. Like, whenever Biscuit was using him, he's going crazy. Here, into the top 10, Trevor Bates, Calvin Rudd. Like, you're telling me Calvin Rudd over Taylor Mills and over Dante Drake and Trevor Bates? I mean, I'm sorry, Fish, but I don't know. We got DJ Rice, Jalen Bennett, Randy Rush, Landon Elams, Wesley Penn. Let's go, Wesley. Let's go, Wesley, bro. Landon, he's here at 5. Okay, how are we feeling about this? How are we feeling about this, my guys? Yo, he has been passed around, bro. He's been passed around. At number 3, oh, this top 3 is going to be interesting. Wow. Clayton Kerr here at 3. Honestly, looking at this top 3, to be honest with you, I put him at 2. I put him at 2. But 3, you know, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I put him at 2. That's just me. He was a former linebacker, but I think that's what makes him unique, especially at safety, because he can come down. He doesn't really miss much tackles. He comes and he can kind of cover. I'm not gonna lie, he can cover. So that makes him a crazy hybrid player. Clayton Kerr is here at number 3. At 2, we have Nate Nzerma here at number 2. He's number 2. Nate's good. He's great and all. I just think that he is, personally for me, I think he's 3. I do think he's 3. I think Clayton Kerr is 2. And if it wasn't for this guy, I think Clayton Kerr would be at number 1. But we have Derek Conley, the freak of nature. Derek Conley just went crazy. 67 interceptions, 17.5 sacks, 489 tackles. I mean, this is basically, whenever you think of Jacksonville's defense, this is what you think of. This is exactly what you think of. You think of this guy in the middle of the field. Now, good thing we're going to be starting over again. I don't think there's going to be another Derek Conley for a bit of a while, you know, in the next franchise. But Derek Conley, he's I told you guys whenever he was coming out. This guy, he is kind of a boomer bust player. Like, Fish used him to the best of his abilities. He's 6'4". He was very raw, but he made him into that guy. There was 3 votes that weren't won for Conley. That is because we have casual stuff. We have casuals, dude. I'll just tell you that. Now we have defensive tackles. So let's go to the defensive line. Defensive tackles. We have Akeem Rockwell, Deshaun Branch, Junior Tart, Rashard Daniels, Oliver Overton. Then we have Carl Woodley, Morris Hunter here at number 4. Morris here at number 4, my guys. How are we feeling about that? How are we feeling? How are we feeling? At number 3, we have George Turpin. George freaking Turpin here at number 3. So many abilities. BZX, I've learned a lot of things, BZX. And it's going to be different. It's going to be different to start everything out next season. It's going to be different. I've taken, I've noticed there's a lot of 99s and stuff that are like at 26 and stuff. I've learned my lesson from this league. This was our developmental, but yeah. We have George Turpin at number 2. Interesting, kind of. Wow. DeMar Grubbs. I mean, honestly, if I'm sitting here, I got to be non-biased. I think he's 1. I do. I think he is, he's 1 in my opinion, but he's here at 2. Not terrible. Listen, 2 is not terrible. But personally, I think he is, he's been in here. He's been doing this for a minute. I do think he's 1, but you just gotta, I don't hate it at 2. Number 1 is Chantrell Gregory. Now, this guy's a monster. Only whenever he's healthy. This is the big knock I have, because he's played for me, bro. Whenever he's healthy. And honestly, he's a big beast. He can do all of that. But he's just got to stay healthy. He's got to stay healthy. And that's why I personally have to have DeMar Grubbs over him. I have to. But we have Chantrell out here at number 1 for defensive tackles. Now we have edge rushers. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Okay. Edge rushers, we have Evan Clayton, Coco Crutchfield, Cordell Red, Vernon Orr, Marlo Holmes, Dave Green, Sebastian Martinez, Stephen Bonds. Oh boy, listen. If Stephen Bonds was an outside linebacker, oh my goodness. If he was at linebacker, wow. That guy's top 3. But you moved him to edge. So, Stephen Bond, he makes it here at 11. That is crazy. That is crazy, my guy. But here we go. Oh, wait, let me do something. Okay, so now we got 10 to 4 range. 10 to 4. Wow. 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 Okay, interesting. Shaq Harrison at 10. Okay, Daniel Dillard. I think he's more of a linebacker. I don't think he's an edge rusher. He's an outside linebacker. Elmer Long at 8? Really? Really? Wow. Enrique Morgan at 7. So we have the top 2. We have the sack leaders, Elmer Long and Enrique Morgan in career history. We have them at 8 and 7. We have Travis McCoy here at 6. Orc Savannah at 5. We have Jerry at 4. Bruh. People didn't know the names. People did not. Jerry at 4. Like, come on. Come on. Like, what are we doing here? This is actually insanity. This is insanity. Yeah, I don't think people knew, too many things about that. But here we go. We got, we had a tie. We had a tie. Roman McNeil and Marcus Overstreet here for a tie at number 2. Tie at number 2. We have both of these guys. Roman McNeil and Marcus Overstreet, both really good guys. I mean, Roman, very good for that defensive front. I remember whenever Fish drafted him, he was very sad because he was only normal development. But obviously, these guys can develop like crazy. And then we have Marcus Overstreet, who, again, is a very, very good edge rusher, especially with DeMar Grubbs in the middle. And then whenever they had Travis McCoy, this guy could really go off and tee off at the quarterback. But at number 1, we have Terrell Parker. Terrell Parker, he's pretty good here. Undrafted, too. Undrafted guy at number 1. Crazy. 71 sacks, though. Went Twizzy, as E-Man would say. He went Twizzy out there. But now we have Quarterbacks. Wow. How are we going to feel about quarterbacks? How are we feeling? So here we go. Tied for 14. We have Joey Henry, Keegan Carmichael, Blake Weber, Don Rogers, Kenny Williams. Oh my God, got Benjamin Cook over Kenny Williams? Bruh. Tell me. Yo, let me put you on to Kenny Williams. That is the greatest CPU quarterback that we have. And you guys are willing to put Benjamin Cook. Bro had like 20 to 30 interceptions. And Kenny Williams is I think he's only gone over 10 interceptions once in his career on the seasons. That is crazy that you guys would put a quarterback that has 20 to 30. I mean, Kenny Williams, bro. I mean, let me just talk to you. I mean, that's crazy. That is crazy. We got casuals in this league in control, but we have some casuals. We have Draco Veer. Oh wow, Draco Veer. He's on the Saints? What? He's on the Saints. We have Joe Spitz at 9 already, bro. Okay. Marcus Priester at 7. We have Danny Hedling. 6 we have Tyler Koo. At 5 we have Will McLeod. 4 we have Sammy Goldberg. Okay, interesting. This is interesting list. I didn't think it was gonna be this controversial, but it is very controversial to me. Now we have this, and this is gonna end it off though. This is gonna end it off, my guys. So we have 3 more slides. This is the top 3, and then we're gonna go over to the Walter Payton Player of the Franchise, and then we go to the Hall of Fame. So here we go. At number 3, Marvin Razzler. I mean, are we going off of just based off of talent? Because if that, yeah, I think Razzler. I mean, if we're basing off of talent, pure talent, I think Razzler won. But statistics and everything mixed with talent. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I think that Sammy is a fraud, but Sammy got way better stats than this. I got to be honest, and he's got 2 Super Bowls, so I got to give Fish his due right there. I got to give him his due. At number 2, we have Mark Ogle. Honestly, not terrible. Not terrible to have him here at number 2. He's pretty good. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Pretty solid quarterback. He's there for in Green Bay. He's kind of passed around. He was in Kansas City, then we went over to Tampa Bay, and then now he is in Green Bay. And then at number 1, I don't think we're disagreeing with this. This is Henry Howard. This is our guy. Mr. freaking Henry Howard, my guy. Let's freaking go, my guys. Oh my goodness, my guys. Wow, Henry is that guy. He is that guy. He can make some he can make some crazy freaking throws. But now, incontrollable. Now I need you to send me the what's it called? I need you to send me the Walter Payton Player of the Franchise. Player of the Franchise to be announced. Here we freaking go. It's on right after this. It is on right after this, my guy. Oh, let me do this. My little blood. Oh, and I almost pulled the thing out. That's crazy. You already sent it? Wow. Okay. Here we go. All right. Here we go. I think I'm reading it right. Let me take this down. Okay. What are we thinking? Incontrollable. Could you just type it out? Let's see. Who's it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? The collar's a bit weird. There's 2 people that is under the collar. You know, under this collar. Let's see, my little chattingtons. Who is it gonna be? What's up, Starry? We're about to announce the, what's it called? Walter Payton, player of the franchise. Subway, yeah, I got some Subway. I'm about to eat it later whenever I go and head out. Little blood. Little blood fish. Little mudkip fish. Fish, little mudkip, my guy. Fish, little mudkip. Like hashtag big dubs for the mudkip. Okay, well, I'm just going to read number one. Number one. This is the Walter Payton, player of the franchise. It is Ray Kurtz. Ray Kurtz? You have won. Ray Kurtz has won the Walter Payton player of the franchise. Let's get some claps for Ray Kurtz. Let's get some W's. Ray Kurtz player. Yeah, we have to now. We have to. Ray Kurtz player of the franchise. We got to rename it now. Whenever for our next one. Dalton Stump. He got robbed, but hey, it'd be what it be. It'd be what it be. But now, here we go. The big. To end things off. My Chattingtons. To end things off, the Hall of Fame. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? So, for tackles, inducting our first guy into the Hall of Fame. We have only one tackle who made it. That tackle is Jake Bean. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, my guy. Jake Bean! Let's go! Let's do some claps for Jake Bean, our first guy that we've introduced. Left tackle, Jake Bean. Welcome. Now we have guard. So wait, the thing for the Hall of Fame, maximum at every position could be 5. But there is not 5 at every single position. So like tackles, for instance, there is 1. Now for guard, we have 3. We have 3 Hall of Famers at guard. Here we go. At guard, we have first one, Brandon Sanborn. Brandon Sanborn! Welcome to the Hall of Fame, my guy, for the guards. Let's get a round of applause for that. Let's get a round of applause. Brandon Sanborn. Next up, we have George Chandler. George Chandler, welcome to the Hall of Fame, my guy. Let's go. CPU legend. Now he's with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. And now we have one more guard left for the Hall of Fame. Here we go. This guy plays right tackle right now, but he was guard. That kind of gave it away. Steve Radovich, welcome to the Hall of Fame. That's going to do it for guards right there. That is going to do it for the guards. Now we're on to centers. We have centers. I think Steve played for BZX in the Colts. He played for them. He was guard for, I think, BZX for a little bit of a minute. And then he went to the Eagles. Then that guy, went to the Eagles. Moved him to right tackle. But, hey, listen, we're inducting him as a guard. For centers, we have 4 centers. Will Flynn. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, Will Flynn. We have him. Peace out, CGC Zone. But we have Will Flynn. Let's go. Round of applause for Will Flynn. Will Flynn, bro. Made it to the Hall of Fame. Next up, Jerry Dunn. Jerry Dunn, welcome to the Hall of Fame, my guy. Yes, W. W's for Jerry Dunn. Big W's. Now, 2 more left. You have Alexander Kramer. Alexander Kramer, welcome to the Hall of Fame from the Titans. Titans center. Big dubs. Big dubs for him. Let's go. Alexander Kramer. Well deserved. Now, for our final center. CPU legend. Richard Hill. From the Texans. Welcome in. Welcome, Richard Hill. That's going to do it for the centers. And now, that is crazy. We got casuals. We got casuals uncontrollable. We have casuals out here. We have casuals. Quarterback. We actually have 5. 5 quarterbacks. 5 freaking quarterbacks. So we're filled out. Hunter, go check the stats, my guy. Go check the stats. This isn't in any order, you know, not in any order. But we have Sammy Goldberg. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, Sammy. First quarterback to win 2 Super Bowls. Sammy Goldberg, welcome to the Hall of Fame, my guy. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Next up, Will McLeod. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Will McLeod gets into the Hall of Fame just like that. Quarterback. He's got a Super Bowl under his belt. He's got some AFC Championship appearances. Went crazy, bro. He redeemed himself really with the Raiders. Let's go. Our third guy, Henry Howard. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. You all knew that Henry Howard was getting in. Come on. Henry Howard from the Cowboys. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, my guy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Next up, Mark Ogle. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, Mark Ogle. Mark Ogle to the Hall of Fame. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go. Big dubs. Big round of applause. At number 5. At number 5. This is gonna be I think there's gonna be a big reaction. I mean, I was surprised. I couldn't leave him off the list. I was very surprised. At number 5, making it into the Hall of Fame, Tyler Coob. The Coopster made it into the Hall of Fame. Big dubs, bro. Big dubs for the Coopster. Tyler freaking Coob. Hey, listen, check the stats. Check the stats, bro. Tyler Coob is that guy. I mean, I wasn't even planning on having him in. I was only planning on the floor, but I checked it. I can't. I couldn't leave him off. I mean, he's also got a Super Bowl appearance. He's that guy. I mean, he is that guy. He is that guy. Now, for running back, we have 4 running backs. 4 running backs on this list. Not 5, only 4. We have Jaden Hall. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, Jaden Hall. Big dubs. Big dubs for Jaden Hall. Let's give a round of applause. Jaden Hall. Next up, Ray Kurtz. Ray Kurtz. He's in. He's in. He's in the Hall of Fame. Ray Kurtz into the Hall of Fame. Big dubs. Big dubs. Next up, Oscar Jones. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, Oscar Jones. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And then our final one. Dylan James. Welcome, Dylan James. Dylan James, welcome to the Hall of Fame, my guy. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Inducted another guy into there. Wow. Wide receivers. We only have 4. 4 wide receivers on this list. Here we go. Are you guys ready to hear this? First one. Greg the Leg Colbert. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, my guy. Welcome. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, Greg the Leg. Let's go. Next up, we have Marcus Williams. Marcus Williams, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Marcus Williams. What's up, my guy? What is up? Marcus Williams. Here we go. Then we have Brian Little. Brian Little, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Listen, go get yourself your yellow jacket, buddy. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Well, your gold jacket, I should say. Number 4. Here we go. You guys are going to love this. Number 4. Open your ears. Here we go. At number 4, it is Zay Felix. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Zay Felix. Zay Felix to the Hall of Fame. Wow. Wow, Zay Felix. Hey. Listen, that's a good player. Doesn't have the stats to back it up. Doesn't have the stats to back it up with the top guys. You know, maybe a couple more years, and he would have been up there. But yeah. Listen, just because they're 99 overall doesn't mean that they're a Hall of Famer. Now, for ends, we have Enrique Morgan. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Hall of Famer Enrique Morgan. Thank you, BZX, for that guy. That guy he's an actual monster. Enrique Morgan, thank you. Then, we have Elmer Long. Elmer Long. Big dubs. Big dubs. Big dubs. Next up, Roman McNeil. Roman McNeil. Big dubs. Big dubs for Roman McNeil. Let's get some claps in there. Let's get some claps. Roman McNeil has made it. The last one. Terrell Parker. Terrell Parker makes it in. There we go. Terrell Parker. How are we feeling about that? Now, for outside linebackers, we have 5. We have 5 outside linebackers. Are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready? What's good, Ethan? What's good, Astro? But here we go. Travis McCoy. Travis McCoy, welcome in. Welcome in, Travis McCoy. He was originally an outside linebacker. I got to induct him as an outside linebacker. That's where he did most of his damage. Now, surprisingly, Miles Hughes, welcome into the Hall of Fame. Listen, I was very surprised whenever I was checking everything out, but he was my former outside linebacker that I had for a minute. So yeah. And then here we go. We have Daniel Dillard. Welcome in, my guy, from the Eagles to Tampa. We have Daniel Dillard. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Next up, we have Stephen Bonds. Stephen Bonds at outside linebacker gets inducted to Hall of Fame. I mean, he went crazy. Listen, the last couple of years have been not anything, but, it is what it is. And then, final guy that's getting in. Jawan Bush. Jawan Bush, you have made it in. You've made it in, Jawan Bush. You've made it. You've made it. And now, here we go. To our defensive tackles. Defensive freaking tackles, my guys. We have DeMar Grubbs. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, my guy. DeMar Grubbs. Very well deserved. Very deserved, my guy. Now, next up, we have George Turpin. George Turpin, welcome to the Hall of Fame. George Turpin. Very, very good defensive tackle for us. Went crazy. Now we have Chantrell Gregory. He's up. Chantrell Gregory. Very, very a mean man. I remember him very impressive whenever he was on Kansas City. He was basically like the only guy on that D-line. But now here we go. Our final defensive tackle. Are we ready for this? The final defensive tackle. Morris Hunter. Morris Hunter, you made it onto the list. Defensive tackle, you get your golden jacket. Go ahead. Check it out. Let's go. Now, for tight ends, I don't think we have to spend much time here. We only have 2. We only have 2 on here. We only have 2. Dalton Zerma, welcome to the Hall of Fame, my guy. Dalton Zerma, Hall of Fame. Big dubs. And then, Ahmad Vick, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, Ahmad Vick. Let's freaking go. Listen, Yeah, just two. Just two tight ends. Two tight ends. Now, corners. Corners. Here we go. At corner, for the gold jacket, we have Ruben Babinow. Ruben, come collect your gold jacket. Big W's for Ruben. Ruben Babinow, let's freaking go. Big dubs. Now, next up, we have Greg Jefferson. Greg Jefferson makes it on here. Let's go. Big W's for Greg Jefferson. Everybody clap your hands for that. What's up, PBC? What's up? At three, our third guy, we have Dion Avant makes it into the Hall of Fame. Dion Avant, bring it in, my guy. Get your golden jacket, my guy. Dion Avant, welcome to the Hall of Fame, my guy. Now we have Silas Claiborne. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Silas Claiborne. Silas Claiborne. Let's go. We have him out here. Big W's. Big W's. Now our final guy. Our final guy. Zach Greenberry. Welcome into the Hall of Fame. Get your golden jacket, my guy. Go collect that thing. Zach Greenberry makes it into the Hall of Fame. Wow. Wow. Now, before we get into safeties, we have kickers. Let's just go to kickers. So, for the kickers, we have Ray Chambers. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, my guy. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Big W's. Big W's for Ray Chambers. Then we have Easton Wooten. Easton, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Go get yourself a golden jacket. Go get yourself. And for our third one, we have Tommy Hurley. Tommy Hurley, come get your golden jacket, my guy. Come get it. Now, for safeties, we have three. And this is going to end it off. For safeties, we have three. This is going to end it off. This is going to end it off for the franchise. This is going to end it off for everything. Until next Madden 25. We have Derek Conley. Derek Conley, go get your golden jacket, buddy. Go get that golden jacket. Then next up. We have Clayton Kerr. Clayton Kerr, get that golden jacket, my guy. Clayton Kerr, go pick it up. It's handmade for you. It's handmade. And now to end it off, the Hall of Fame ceremony. For the last guy to make it in, it is Wesley Penn. Wesley Penn, welcome to the Hall of Fame, my guy. Come get that golden jacket, my guy. Oh my goodness. Wesley freaking Penn. And just like that. You know my little Chaddingtons. That's gonna do it. Remember whenever we started the franchise with this on? Remember that? Man, it's good stuff. It's good stuff all around, bro. Good stuff. It's very, until the next one. But, tomorrow we have NCAA coming out. Then, in August, we will have Madden 25 coming out. A commissioner speech. I mean, this is it. We had our moments in here. We had the Hunter Albert crash out. We've had him coming back. We had a lot of things happen. Next time you see 0 overall franchise, we will be picking 4 teams. We'll be spinning the wheel. You guys will be getting new divisions, new everything. And then, after that, we will have the draft. So that's going to be the next time you see a 0 overall franchise. It's going to It's gonna be crazy, but we have to respin if you're in basic division. I think so. I think I'll allow that with you guys. If you guys get into basic division, I'll allow one more respin. I'll do that. It's fair. I wouldn't want to be in that division either. It's very hard to get a hold of him. You just can't tell him the time that you're not on. Because if you tell him that, listen, if you tell him the time that you're not going to be able to do it, that's whenever he's going to hit you up, so that it could be a fair sim or a forced win. But with all that being said, guys, that was the franchise. It was a huge success. Things are going to be different though next time we come around. Plus, we have to take a little bit of time off, my guys. We have to take a little bit of time off. Started feeling a little bit of the burnout, but next Madden we will see come back. Gonna do good things with this franchise. You forgot punters? Fuck the punters, dude. Do you really care about punters making it to the Hall of Fame, my guy? We'll miss you. Yep. Franchise went crazy, bro. Franchise went crazy this year. But tomorrow we start our rise, my little Chattingtons. Tomorrow we start our rise with NCAA. We go crazy with that. Then we're going to go to Madden 25. Look forward to 0 overall franchise starting maybe within the first 2 weeks. Also, I'm going to need some help from you guys to make the rosters so that I can just focus on the draft class and I don't get burnt out, because that's going to take a long time. So we'll need you guys to help me with that. NCAA is going to be different. We might start a franchise together. Well, like a little dynasty thing together. We might do one of those. It's not, not the worst idea. I can actually play this time. It could be fun. It's going to be a little bit different so that we don't get burnt out on this. But yeah. I'll be in the franchise around November because school, he says. What the flip? Arizona, Hunter Albert out. Yep. Hey, listen, that's going to do it. It's going to do it. The worst time to help me with rosters, and I thought the files, bruh. I think Hunter's on there. Hunter's on, what's it called? Yeah, they're not cross-plat, so damn, I'm going to have to find some people to help me over here on PlayStation. But yeah, with all that being said, listen, it's the end of the franchise. BZX, you said to sim? Screw it. I'll sim one more week. I got a bye week, but here, I've simmed the week. One more time. You guys can go ahead and play your final game. Listen, he wants me to give permissions to you, BZX. He wants me to give permissions to, or he wants BZX wants me to give permissions to you in Controllable, even though the other day he said he's burnt out and he might leave. What the fuck? Listen, it's not a sad day. Listen, it is not a sad day, Fish. Stuff happened. We have it recorded on history. We can go back to the things and look it up. We can go back to, our previous streams, rewatch those, rewatch the times where you went crazy in your stuff in your games and everything. But listen, college football is out tomorrow. We're about to go do some crazy things. You guys will forget about this franchise for a good little while until we get to Madden 25, and then we make the things in Madden 25. Plus, I figured out, obviously not make anybody. I'm just going to tell you this. Expect the first draft. Yeah, streams went off. History, yeah, to keep on building it. To keep on building it with some more people. Got some different divisions and everything. Plus, obviously, I'm not going to add in crazy kickers at the beginning. And I will just give you this sneak peek. In the first draft, like the first draft class, honestly, I don't think there's going to be any dev traits. I think every single person is going to be normal development. So take that with a grain of salt. That's a little spoiler. But I've been thinking about things off the scene to make this, last a little bit longer to where people aren't as crazy. But listen, normal development, but you could have you could stat pad and everything. It's going to be very different next year, but it is. But I guess with all that being said, listen, I'll see you guys tomorrow a little bit after 4 o'clock because I'm going to stream off my PlayStation, so I have to wait till the game actually goes live. I'm going to be on NCAA. I'm going to be doing probably Ultimate Team, some Dynasty. I don't know. I'm just going to be playing NCAA, but yeah, my little Chadkins, I will see you all tomorrow. We're going to have to go crazy. Let's go. Let's go. Merk McGee returns tomorrow. Nian returns tomorrow. Hopefully David Madden returns tomorrow. Kanamano returns tomorrow. Oh my goodness, guys. Let's go. Let's go. We hit 2K tomorrow. We're going to hit 2,000 tomorrow. Then we're going to go crazy. Then by the end of this, we're going to have 100,000 subscribers, and then we're going to go crazy, and then we're going to do crazy things. And then next time Madden comes out or NCAA comes out, I'll be able to buy every single one of my members. I'll be able to pre-order it for them. So, yeah. Make me rich, and I'll do that. All right. With all that being said, though, I'll see you all tomorrow around 4 o'clock. So, tune in. Peace out, my little Chaddingtons. RIP to our first division, or our first franchise. But, yeah. It's going to do it. So, peace out, my little Chaddingtons.